only move artifacts, small and large, and usually sometimes the very large and lightweight pieces are the most difficult. This turned out to be fairly straightforward, but of course, with the value and the attachment to the university, it became very significant.
It's an honor, it's a pleasure, and it's very interesting to me to be able to see this up close.
It is an iconic sculpture of Rodin, and this is the first casting. It is the #1 large-scale casting of this most important sculpture.
Rodin was a revolutionary artist and began a new style of art, which was full of emotion, of an elementary power, of great force and dynamism, and he totally revolutionized the art of sculpture in his era. Rodin's first major independent commission was for a monumental bronze doorway commissioned for a museum of decorative arts that never came into being. And he received that commission in 1880 and proposed that he would do a monumental door of bronze portraying Dante's Inferno, the story of hell from the great epic Italian poet. And the doors themselves were covered with figures drawn from the Dante saga, and at the top of the door, on the lintel, was this brooding figure of the thinker. Rodin began to enlarge some of the smaller figures that were on the doors, including the thinker.
This sculpture was cast on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day of 1903. It was a lost wax technique, which means that it was cast and then the wax was put into the casting and then it was filled so that it creates this thin core, and they burn the wax out and pour the hot metal in. Basically, it was cast in one huge piece. So it was quite a technical achievement.
The condition of the sculpture was that the entire patina, the original patina that had been applied when it was made had been completely converted. And it appeared that it had been converted to corrosion products that are typical of our environment here. It was largely brochantite, this kind of blue copper sulfate. There was quite a bit of black streaking on it, which is largely just pollution and ash and material that just didn't wash off the sculpture during the rain.
So what our process was to carry out a whole series of tests, mostly based on the kinds of cleaning methods that we've seen in the past to be able to strip corrosion selectively without actually adversely affecting the metal surface.
We found that there were multiple layers of corrosion in paint, much more than we anticipated. We spent 5 days completely laser cleaning the brochantite from the surface.
So the surface had been cleaned a number of times, and what we were looking for was how far we needed to go to clean the surface so that we could prepare an appropriate patina and have coatings put on that would last because the surface had been adequately prepared. The patina is designed to enhance the appearance of the piece, normally for figures like the thinker, and it enhances the modeling and musculature.
Our goal was to apply a new patina that would go back to Rodin's earlier wishes, which was for a black appearance with undertones of green.
It's placed in front of Grawemeyer Hall, where it stands as an emblem, as I see it, of the university itself, as an institution dedicated to thinking, inciting students and faculty as well to work intently, to concentrate, to use every particle of their body to produce original thought and to create, as Rodin conceived of the thinker, to think and to create at the same time.
Over time, it has really become to symbolize the University of Louisville and what we stand for. This individual who is contemplating and thinking and trying to think about all the mysteries of life, and that's what we do in higher education.
What better sort of symbol for an academic institution, a university? There's the body and the mind and the spirit. It's really just a wonderful symbol that ties in both an academic's and intellectual seriousness. What should a university do other than think of those things?
It's just a beautiful setting. It's a beautiful entranceway to an institution that's on the move and working every day to get better.
I think it's part of our responsibility as an institution of higher learning to take care of the resources the same way we would take care of an archive or of a library. This is a very valuable resource, and the university is obliged, since it has the thinker, to take care of it.